you are putting a chunk of iron into water, into a beaker filled with water, and you're dealing with the heat changes one to the other. So again, you've got your iron, and the iron is going to release its heat into the water, and you're going to use the measurements of said water to figure it out. Again, in this case, you have got the iron, which I will do here, delta H equals MCAT. And you've got the water, which is a delta H equals MCAT as well. Now, for the iron, we are missing two pieces. We don't have the specific heat of iron, and we don't have the change in heat. And for the water, all we're missing is the change in heat, because it says that our water is 30.7 grams times the specific heat of water, which is 4.184 joule per gram degree Celsius. Now, the water's temperature change is listed right there. You have got 74.64, subtracting the 22, and you're at 52.6 because of the whole issue with rounding. We're at 52.6 because when you subtract these, you should then take the sig digs, which leaves the 4 off. The delta H is going to be equal to 6756.4 joules. Now, that is how much heat the water absorbed. That heat is going to be the exact same thing as the heat that the metal gave off. If the water took in about 7,000 joules, that means that the iron gave off the about 7,000 joules. So the nice thing about this is a little bit of algebra. We can divide both sides by mass and temp change, mass and temp change, and we're going to be left with C equals delta H over mat as our formula. And remember, you need parentheses around math below a line. The delta H is 6756.4 joules calculated from the water. The mass you can find in the problem is 150 grams. Now, the change in temperature, the final temperatures will be the same. So my temperature change here is going to be my initial, so 174.89 minus 74.64 equals 100.25. Okay, 100.25. So 6756.4 divided by parenthesis 150 times 100.25 equals. We've got two sig digs, so we're going to take our raw answer, which in this case is 0.44930, etc. Who cares? And we make this to two sig digs, which means the 9 kicks up the 4, and we are left with the answer that is given in the answer key right there.